Bill Shakespeare Project presents This Week in Shakespeare for the week ending Monday, December the 10th, 2018. Hola, Bartophiles, I'm Bill, and welcome to the 224th episode of This Week in Shakespeare, a video release brought to you by the Bill Shakespeare Project. This is our weekly opportunity to let you know about the latest and greatest in Willie Shakespeare headlines coming at you every Tuesday, because Tuesday is News Day. Our goal here is to hit you with a quick blast, no more than 10 minutes tops of Bard-related news. Plus, we'll try to serve up some historical dates for what were the past 7 days of the year. So, this week's news stories included: The New Yorker ran a piece on Josie Rourke, who is the artistic director of the Donmar Theater, and what the magazine calls her Shakespeare for the #MeToo era. The New Zealand Herald ran a fun piece on the body in the Bard, including one of my favorites from Venus and Adonis: "Graze upon my lips, and if those hills be dry, stray lower where pleasant fountains lie." Deadline Hollywood previewed next year's Sundance Film Festival's New Frontier slate of films, including one called The 7 Ages of Man, which the press release describes as the Royal Shakespeare Company exploring theater's future with Magic Leap technology in this production of the 7 Ages of Man speech from Shakespeare's As You Like It. This mixed reality experience, featuring cutting-edge volumetric capture and an original musical score, turns the line "All the world's a stage" literal. Sounds interesting. The Telegraph in England, as part of their ongoing partnership with the Royal Shakespeare Company, has released 2 new episodes of their webcast series, Much Ado About Shakespeare, with these 2 episodes centering on the infrequently produced play Timon of Athens, which just so happens to be the RSC's latest production. The first of the 2 goes behind the scenes of the production, while the second focuses on the concepts of wealth and power in the play. Arizona Central ran a piece on one of those drunken Shakespeare performances in which a troupe puts on a super condensed version of a play with one of the actors chosen at random beginning the evening by drinking. Hilarity ensues. Personally, it sounds like a blast. The Bend Bulletin ran a piece on Oregon Shakespeare Festival field trips making theater relevant for students. While I agree, I'd go further to say that live performances makes theater relevant for everyone. And finally, the Memphis Flyer reviewed As You Like It by Tennessee Shakespeare Company, running in Memphis through next weekend, calling this production literally and figuratively one for all seasons and for each of the 7 Ages of Man. Now let's take a look back on the last 7 days and how they relate to Shakespearean history, both his and the history in his plays. On December the 4th, 2015, an adaptation of Macbeth starring Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard and directed by Justin Kurzel opened in the U.S. On December the 5th, 1905, filmmaker Otto Preminger was born. Though known primarily as a director, early in his career he was an actor with a Shakespearean resume, including Julius Caesar in The Merchant of Venice. On December the 6th, 1421, Henry VI was born. Within 9 months, he would be King of England when his father Henry V died of dysentery in France. On December the 7th, 1545, Henry Stuart was born. He was the king consort of Mary, Queen of Scots. His son would be James VI of Scotland, who would later succeed Elizabeth and become James I of England in 1603. On December the 8th, 1542, Mary, Queen of Scots, was born to James V of England, as you might remember from yesterday. Her son would end up to be James VI of Scotland, who would later succeed Elizabeth and become James I of England in 1603. On December the 9th, 1930, Buck Henry was born. The American actor, writer, and director is mainly known for smart, witty work, and he starred in 1991's Shakespeare's Plan 12 from Outer Space, which is described by its director as 12th Night in a Child's Vision of Hell. It's on YouTube and looks pretty whacked out. On December the 10th, 1960, Kenneth Branagh was born. A noted Shakespearean actor and director, he has made film versions of Henry V, Much Ado About Nothing, Hamlet, Love's Labour's Lost, and As You Like It. He also appeared in New York City in the summer of 2014 as Macbeth, and he now has a new film out called All Is True, in which he plays an aging William Shakespeare. And that was your Week in Shakespeare, brought to you by the Bill Shakespeare Project. Now, if you've enjoyed this news review, tell a friend and hit the subscribe button to keep from missing these news, reviews, and history videos. For our daily blog and previous Twiz episodes, including links to the news stories we've covered, as well as the Real Bill Shakespeare Project podcast, check us out at thebillshakespeareproject.com. And we'll catch you next week.